Okay, day 221. I'm in now what we call the laser room because I put the big laser in here. Yep, the big laser. Uh, this is it. I think I've shown it before. All this crap on top of it is because, yeah, this sucker over here. Been trying to get it all figured out. What's interesting is I got the PETG for the nerds out there. Know what I'm talking about? Pet G. I got that rolling right now. Uh, so it's really interesting on this Bambu here. So I got my AMS. I could not get the stuff to work, PTG, PETG to work in the AMS. And it seems like it's a known issue, which is wonderful. Uh, but, you know, that's the problem when you put something out and it's like all alpha slash beta. So at some point they're supposed to get it fixed, hopefully. There's supposed to be a workaround, but without really explaining the workaround, I haven't been able to get the workaround working. But this only applies to the AMS. If you use the back one here, you know, like if you don't have the carbon model or don't have AMS, I guess you can get carbon without AMS. It works just fine. Matter of fact, a friend of mine, he's been helping me out because he was one of the big beta testers. So I can open this up. I've been doing Pet G like crazy. If you wonder what this is, it's one of these. It's actually a spool holder or a spool for filament. And the reason I have to do this stupid crap is the Amazon. Let me see, where's that Amazon at? The Amazon filament, the holder, it's too dang wide. It's not a standard width. So I guess it really doesn't matter when you put it on a regular one because, you know, most people don't. This AMS, I don't think anybody has that. So it doesn't matter here. So they just didn't care, I guess. Because even if I put it on the back one there, I've done, because this is actually a hybrid. One side is Pet G. The other side is, dang it, what do you call that crap? PLA. So it's Pet G and PLA in this. But now I got Pet G working. Yeah, it's cool. Pet G is more of an engineering type filament as compared to PLA. PLA is for rapid prototyping. But it seems like everyone uses PLA. But since I'm using this for something more long term, I decided to use the Pet G. Because like if you were to put this, well, one of them is PLA. If you were to put this sucker in a car in the middle of the summertime, especially here in Vegas, this shit gonna melt. But the Pet G is not. So it's more of a long-term solution. Yesterday, the day before, somebody said they wanted to see some more on the Bambu. So let's see here. So one thing, gonna have to learn this one. I freaked the heck out yesterday. And the reason I freaked out is because I put, oh shit, I put it back in the bag, some TPU in. So I read on the Facebook that somebody tried TPU and it worked. No, it didn't work for me. As a matter of fact, it completely jammed. And I literally had to take it apart because, you know, no instructions again. So in case somebody gets something jammed and it doesn't go all the way through and it jams in this section here, the little, so like if you see here, if you had the Bowden tube set up, you would just push the little black thing here to release it. Well, the black thing is behind here and you have no access to it. So you actually, you know what? I'm looking at this and I'm feeling like an idiot. I bet if I were to put something sharp in there and push on it, I think it would actually work. Oh man, now I feel like an idiot. I could have just put a pen in there and made it work and not take it apart. I just realized it as I'm doing this video. Anyway, I freaked the heck out. I'm like, oh man, I done just ruined all of this. But I then tried to feed it through the back one because no matter what, it should have worked there because it's supposed to be able to handle all the engineering materials and TPU is right in the thing. No, I didn't do it. I fed it through, tried to print something out. All it did was just like sit there and spin like this, and nothing came out. So I'm figuring, okay, so I pull it. First of all, I couldn't get it out by using the extractor. Let me see. So for those of you who know, this is printing right now. If you were to try to load it from the back, you actually have to come here and go to the extruder and like feed it in. So you have to heat it up to 250 and feed it in. Stuff, I don't know, it could have been in that little bitty thin manual that they gave with it. It could have been in there, but I don't know. That thing's half useless. And the worst part is you can't read the damn thing. They put it like with white pages with light gray print. That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. Why would you put something with white page and light gray print? You can't see it. I mean, like, period. But anyway, so far I'm impressed. I haven't had any more spaghetti monsters today. I'm printing these suckers out, and the entire reason I'm printing these out is when I just mentioned the Amazon one is I need to roll those over, and even though I could roll them into, like, you know, I have the ones from Bambu here, and that worked. I did that initially. It's just that it's got the, I don't know if you can see that. See that there? That's the little tag. And there's one here. And it says what color and type and everything. I just didn't want to deal with that. So I just figured it was better to put it in there and then just load it as generic. So far, this one, there seems to be, no, I guess it was a, let me look in here. I thought I saw an imperfection. It's not. It seems to literally get better and better. Every time I print, it becomes higher quality. Oh, also one of the things I realized, well, didn't realize, I ran one at ludicrous speed. So ludicrous speed is 166%. That had the most artifacting and looked the worst, but it printed and it didn't have any stringing really. So I'm printing at normal speed. Looks great. I'm almost, oh, I do see that imperfection. I think, wish I could get my hands on it. What I think is a piece of filament kind of dripped down on it. I think that's something I could just pick off, but I don't want to stop this just to pick that little piece off. I don't know if you can see it here. So if you go over to the left, you see it. So I think it just fell on there. One of the big things I keep noticing is even though, you know, if you know about the Bambu, you got the little poop chute back here. So it'll keep saying that there's this filament stuck in the poop chute and there's nothing there. I don't know, whatever. So I think that's hopefully something they'll fix at some point because there's nothing in the poop chute. There's nothing built up. Yeah, but still, I've tried 3D printing before. I have an Ender 3 Pro. All I got was spaghetti monsters. I have this Mingda Magician X here. All the stuff you print directly from there that's like built in, that stuff prints fine. And I think outside of that, I was able to get a Benchy because it doesn't come with the Benchy. I was able to get the calibration cube. Everything else I tried was just stringing. And I think it actually had to do with the filament. It was that Amazon filament because even in here, the first stringing I had, first spaghetti monster, was the Amazon stuff. So the Amazon filament, and supposedly is made by Overture. I don't know. So I actually have not been impressed with it so far. Right now, I'm just printing out the stuff like these to start printing out other stuff because what I want to get into, and it will probably be a video that I'll do, is I have the Revo Point 2, Pop 2, so you know you can scan stuff. So I want to be able to literally like scan a client's head in and 3D print it. I also have the, if you've ever seen the food printer, I mean, it's like a food 3D printer. Maybe I'll do an unboxing on it one day. It has to be used with a printer with a Bowden tube, which, huh, I wonder if it'll work with this one because this one has a Bowden tube. Maybe they'll put that in because I only want to keep the Ender around because it has a Bowden tube, and I want to be able to use that food printer with it, you know, because it's just the head unit, and there's certain printers that's made, or 3D printers that's made for an Ender, since it's one of the major ones. But yeah, I'd love to see if it'll work in this sucker. That'll be nice because the food printer, I can like print chocolate. Can you imagine taking somebody, scanning their head in and printing their head in chocolate? So that's like a long-term thing. Or I could there's actually a way to use, oh man, I forget what the software, because I could like fly my drone around the house and then like show up at the closing table with their house in chocolate. But at the very least, I can do it, and with the multicolor, if I can get that working right, just do their house and just show up. It's like, ah, here's your house, you know, along with all the other stuff that I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to do some nerdy crap. So anyway, I'm gonna call that it for the day. I'm gonna go do some, I don't know, something I had to do. And then I got my Spanish tonight, worked out this morning, of course. Yeah, it's been a good day. That's it. Day 221 down. For the person who asked for more stuff on the Bambu, you got it today. Yeah.